Hi, boys and girls. So, we are going to talk about science week 3, day 3, Wednesday. Our assignment for Wednesday, day 3 of science, week 3. Please make sure you're on science, class pages, and week 3 assignments. Previously, we did this one, our investigation where we had to tell each other who came first, second, third, and fourth place and what color their cars were. Then yesterday we did a reading about Winter the dolphin with the fake tail. Today we're going to read another story called Bug Power. So click on it, make sure it downloads below, have it pop up on your screen, and as always, I will be more than happy to read this story to you. Please make sure you reread it yourself, and please make sure you answer the questions by circling the right answer, and at the last 3 questions, full complete sentences. This could be done in your notebook. This could be done written on here itself. Send me a picture or upload it on PowerSchool when you're done. So this is called Bug Power. Teamwork. How do some insects work together? What do termites, ants, and honeybees have in common? They are all social insects. Social insects live together in large groups called colonies. Social insects always have at least one queen. The queen is the mother. She lays the eggs. The rest of the group divides the work. Interesting. The mothers are called queens, so all your mommies are queens, boys and girls. Amazing ants. Ants often live underground in underground nests. The nests have thousands of rooms connected by tunnels. Millions of ants may live together in a nest. It can contain more than one queen. Worker ants take care of all the other ants. Larger worker ants are called soldier ants. Their job is to guard the nest. Some interesting names for some of these insects. Queens, they're worker ants, they're soldier ants. Cool. Busy bees. Ugh, Miss Almeida hates bees. I'm so scared of them. So this is a picture, a beehive, which is filled with rows of cells called honeycombs. They are made of beeswax. I'm really allergic to bees, so they scare me. Life in a honeybee hive is busy. Up to 60,000 bees may live together. Only one queen bee lives in a hive. Worker bees do all the chores. They care for their young bees and the queen. They clean and guard the hive and control the hive's temperature. The workers also make food for all the bees in the hive. Very interesting. So, worker bees do a lot of chores, just like you guys do. Chores. What are chores? Can anybody comment below and tell me what are chores? And maybe you can make a connection and tell me what kind of chores you do at your house. Comment below. Talented termites. Here's a picture. Some termites build mushroom-shaped nests. Termites build tall nests in wood or soil. A nest can be up to 40 feet high. Millions of termites may live in one nest. Millions of them. Oh my goodness. Every colony has a king and a queen. They make the eggs. Worker termites build the nest and care for the eggs. Soldier termites protect the colony. Very interesting. They're kind of like humans in a sense, right? You have a mommy and a daddy, which is the king and the queen. They make eggs, which are the children. And then, of course, you have soldiers like our U.S. soldiers that protect our colony, which is our nation, the United States. So we can make a connection that way, right? All right, we're going to look at the questions and you're going to circle the right answer. According to the text, what do termites, ants, and honeybees have in common? What do they all have in common? Well, it tells you on the very first line. What do they all have in common? And it tells you right here. So please, boys and girls, no need to get the answers wrong when they're right there in front of you. Number 2, to organize this text, the author divides it into sections with subheadings. What does the author describe in this section with the subheading, How do insects work together? So if you go to the subheading that says, How do insects work together? You can easily answer the question below for number 2. How do some insects work together? And tell me, what does the author describe? What is he telling us in this part? In this part, what is he telling you all about? And circle the right answer for number 2. Read the sentences from the text. You're going to read this over again. And you're going to tell me, based on this sentences, this information, how are ants and termites different? All I have to do is just read these two and tell me how they are different and answer the question. The question, circle the right answer. Based on the information from the text, how are worker ants and worker bees similar? Go back to the part where they talk about worker ants and go back to how they talk about worker bees and tell me how they are alike. Similar means how they are alike. Number 5, what is the main idea of this text? What is this whole thing mainly about? Okay, mainly about. Then read this sentence, how do some insects work together? And why might the author have begun the text with this question? Why do you think he's asking this question? Answer by circling the right one. Now you're just filling in the blank for number 7. Read it and tell me which would best fit in that sentence, how you would link the sentence together. As always, number 8, 9, and 10, write your own right answers to this. Please complete sentences. Social insects always have at least one queen. What does a queen do? Now, again, you would go up to the first paragraph because it's the first paragraph they're talking about this. You would tell me a queen does blah, 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 and tell me exactly what the queen does. Describe the work of worker ants, worker bees, and worker termites. Support your answer with evidence. So you're going to tell me about 3 different things: the worker ants, the worker bees, and the worker termites. Please don't just answer one. Tell me all about the worker ants, the worker bees, and the worker termites. And you could use evidence from the text, okay? So you could say, oh, a worker termite does this, blah, 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 because it says on paragraph, blah, 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 that a worker termite does, blah, 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 blah. So please tell me about all 3 of them. And the last question. Worker insects are just as important as queen insects. Form an argument for or against this statement. Support your answer with evidence. Okay, so this is a question you have not seen before. They're giving you an opinion. Remember when we talked about opinions? Opinion is how you feel, but other people might not agree with you. Okay, so it says worker insects are just as important as a queen insect. Do you agree with it? Do you think worker insects are very, very important? Or do we need them? Are they essential? Or are they not as important as queen insects? You decide. It's your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. If you agree that they are very important, then tell me why. You can say, yes, worker insects are just as important as queen insects because worker insects do blah, 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 blah. If you don't agree and you think that queens are the most important, you would say, no, worker insects are not as important as queen insects because blah, 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 blah. And you would say, I know this because in the story it says blah, 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 blah. So tell me, it's your opinion, no right or wrong answer. It's what you think. All right, so that is day 3 for Science Week 3. Bye.